Imagine a world long before us, a world ruled by giants. Welcome to the Mesozoic Era, the legendary Age of Dinosaurs. For over 150 million years, these incredible creatures dominated the Earth. Picture this: a lush, prehistoric landscape, where the ground trembles under the weight of colossal beasts. This isn't a fantasy. It was our planet's reality. From the towering sauropods with necks that scrape the sky to the armored stegosaurs with their distinctive plates, life was a spectacle of size and power. But how do we know all this? How did we piece together the story of a world we've never seen? Our journey begins here, in an age of wonder and terror, to uncover a mystery that would eventually change everything we thought we knew about life itself. In this ancient kingdom, titans walked the earth. The most famous, of course, is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. With a bite force strong enough to crush bone and teeth the size of bananas, TRX was the undisputed apex predator of its time. The mere sight of it would have been terrifying. Its roar, a sound we can only imagine, would have echoed for miles, a declaration of its reign. But not all dinosaurs were fearsome hunters. Imagine a peaceful herd of Triceratops, moving slowly through a forest of giant ferns. With their 3 distinctive horns and a massive bony frill protecting their neck, they were like living fortresses. These gentle giants grazed on plants, their lives a stark contrast to the predatory world of the T-Rex. They were social animals, living in herds, protecting their young, and navigating a world filled with constant danger. These two icons, the hunter and the hunted, represent the incredible diversity and dynamic balance of the dinosaur ecosystem. They were just 2 pieces of a much larger, more complex puzzle that nature had laid out. For millions of years, the reign of the dinosaurs remained a buried secret, locked away in layers of rock. Then, the world began to change. Fast forward to the 19th century, a time of great discovery and intellectual curiosity. All across Europe and North America, something incredible was happening. People were digging into the earth and finding bones, but not just any bones. These were massive, unlike anything from any known animal. Imagine a quarry worker in England or a farmer in the American West, stumbling upon a fossilized femur the size of a small person. The news spread like wildfire. Scientists, or natural philosophers as they were often called, were baffled. What were these creatures? The term dinosaur, meaning terrible lizard, was coined by Sir Richard Owen in 1842 to describe these gigantic fossil reptiles. The public was captivated. Dinosaur fever swept the globe. Museums were built to house these skeletons, and for the first time, humanity could stand in the shadow of these prehistoric giants. This was the birth of paleontology, a new science dedicated to uncovering the secrets of ancient life. Every bone unearthed was a new clue, a new question demanding an answer. At the very same time that these giant bones were being dug up, another scientific revolution was quietly brewing. It was driven by the mind of one man, a young naturalist named Charles Darwin. In 1831, Darwin set sail on the HMS Beagle, a journey that would take him around the world and change the course of science forever. As he traveled from the coasts of South America to the remote Galapagos Islands, Darwin was a meticulous observer. He collected thousands of specimens of plants and animals. He noticed the subtle differences between finches on different islands, how each species seemed perfectly adapted to its unique environment. He saw patterns in the fossil record that mirrored the living creatures around him. A powerful idea began to form in his mind. Could life change over time? Could new species arise from older ones through a process of gradual modification? He called this idea descent with modification. The world he saw was not static, but dynamic, constantly evolving. This was the seed of his theory of evolution by natural selection, a concept so profound it would shake the very foundations of biology and our understanding of our place in the universe. For a long time, the world of dinosaurs and the world of Darwin's evolution seemed separate. One was about giant, extinct reptiles, and the other was about how life changes over time. But then, in 1861, a discovery was made that would bridge this gap in the most spectacular way. In a limestone quarry in Germany, workers found a fossil unlike any other. It had the skeleton of a small dinosaur, complete with sharp teeth, a long bony tail, and claws on its fingers. But imprinted in the stone around the skeleton was something astonishing: the clear impression of feathers. This creature was named Archaea. It was the missing link that many had only dreamed of was Cedarbur. Was it a reptile? It was both. It was a perfect transitional fossil, a snapshot of evolution in action. Here was a dinosaur with wings. It provided the first solid, tangible evidence that birds didn't just appear out of nowhere. They had evolved from dinosaurs. The terrifying reptiles of the past hadn't just vanished. Their descendants were all around us, in our backyards and in the skies above. The discovery of Archaeopteryx was a game changer. It powerfully supported Darwin's theory, showing that major evolutionary transitions were indeed possible and that the fossil record held the proof. Suddenly, the fearsome T-Rex and the common sparrow were part of the same grand family tree. The idea was radical, and it took time for the scientific community to fully accept it. But as more and more feathered dinosaur fossils were discovered in places like China in the late 20th century, the evidence became overwhelming. We found dinosaurs with fuzzy, down-like feathers, dinosaurs with long tail feathers, and even dinosaurs with wing-like structures on their arms and legs. We now know that many theropod dinosaurs, the group that includes T-Rex, were covered in feathers. Some used them for insulation, some for display to attract mates, and some, eventually, for flight. The journey from a ground-dwelling dinosaur to a soaring bird was a long and complex one, a testament to the power of natural selection to shape life in incredible ways. Every time you see a bird today, you're looking at a living dinosaur. So, what does this all mean? It means that the story of life is far more interconnected and amazing than we ever imagined. The journey from the gigantic reptiles of the Mesozoic to the birds we see today is one of the most incredible stories in the history of our planet. It's a story of extinction and survival, of adaptation and change. The dinosaurs, apart from their avian lineage, were wiped out by a cataclysmic asteroid impact 66 million years ago. It was a global catastrophe that ended their reign and paved the way for mammals, and eventually us, to rise. But a part of their legacy flies on. Their story is not just one of fossils and bones. It's a living story that continues to unfold. It's a powerful illustration of Darwin's theory of evolution, showing that even the mightiest rulers of the planet can fall, while others adapt and transform into something new and beautiful. The discovery of dinosaurs and the development of the theory of evolution were two of the most important intellectual achievements of the 19th century. They fundamentally changed our perception of time, life, and our place in the cosmos. They showed us that the Earth has a deep, ancient history, and that life is not fixed, but is in a constant state of flux. This understanding didn't come from a single eureka moment, but from decades of patient work by countless scientists, paleontologists, carefully excavating and cleaning fossils, and naturalists like Darwin, observing the intricate web of life. It's a beautiful example of how science works, piecing together clues from different fields to build a more complete picture of reality. The journey from a mysterious giant bone to the realization that birds are living dinosaurs is a triumph of human curiosity and reason. Today, the exploration continues. Paleontologists are still making incredible discoveries, using new technologies like CT scans and particle accelerators to study fossils in unprecedented detail. We can now learn about the color of dinosaur feathers, their growth rates, and even some of their behaviors. Each new fossil adds another page to the epic story of life on Earth. And the theory of evolution remains the cornerstone of all modern biology, explaining the incredible diversity of life we see around us, from the smallest microbe to the largest whale. It helps us understand diseases, develop new medicines, and tackle challenges like antibiotic resistance and conservation. The legacy of the dinosaurs and Darwin is not just in museums or textbooks. It's in the very fabric of modern science and in our understanding of the living world. So, the next time you look up at the sky and see a bird, take a moment to reflect on its incredible journey. You're witnessing a direct link to a lost world, a survivor of a mass extinction, a tiny, feathered descendant of the mighty dinosaurs. This grand story, from the age of reptiles to Darwin's revolutionary idea, is a powerful reminder of the endless wonder of the natural world, and the unbreakable thread that connects all life across the vast expanse of geological time. It shows us that even after millions of years, the past is never truly gone. It's all around us, just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. If you found this as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from the history of science. See you next time.